Let's go through my best bet for every single conference championship game this week. And I have Ohio plus 1.5 versus Miami, Ohio. Miami, Ohio beat Ohio by 10 points the first time, but I think Ohio has been playing better football lately and the defense has really stepped up and they have a good offense. It's hard to beat a team twice, and I think Ohio will win this time around, so give me Ohio plus 1.5. I'm also taking Louisiana -4 versus Marshall. Louisiana has been dominating most of the teams they played outside of South Alabama, while Marshall has been winning one-score games, including a one-score game over James Madison in overtime. I think Louisiana is the better all-around team, and I like them to win this game and cover. I'm also taking Arizona State -2.5 versus Iowa State. I think Cam Scatterbo is going to be the difference in this game because Iowa State has one of the worst defenses in the Big 12. Cam Scatterbo has been playing really good football lately, and I expect him to have a big game, and I like Arizona State to win the Big 12 and cover the spread. I know it's hard to beat a team twice, but I trust Kirby Smart and this coaching staff. I like Georgia plus 2.5 versus Texas. The game will be played in Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia is very familiar with Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Look, I think Texas still has some issues on offense, and I think Georgia is more ready for the stage as long as they play 4 quarters. But this is the SEC championship game. Georgia is going to be ready for this game. I like them to win this game and cover. I'm also taking SMU -2.5 versus Clemson. I just think SMU is the better all-around team, and Kevin Jennings is a very underrated quarterback. I think SMU is going to beat Clemson because Clemson has been falling off. I'm taking Tulane -4 versus Army. Tulane had a weird loss to Memphis last week. I was expecting them to win that game, but they will bounce back and beat an Army team that isn't as good as people think they are. I think this is easily the best team Army has played on the schedule outside of Notre Dame, and I like Tulane to win this game and cover. I'm also taking Oregon -3.5 versus Penn State. I think Oregon is going to win the Big Ten in year one. I think they have the better all-around roster and definitely better perimeter talent. So give me Oregon -3.5. I'm also taking the under 58.5 for the game between Boise State and UNLV. Look, we already know Ashton Jeanty is going to have like 30 plus carries in this game, and the time is going to be taken away. UNLV has a pretty good defense, and they should be able to contain for Ashton Jeanty for a majority of the game, but I don't expect a bunch of points to be scored in this game. So I am certainly taking the under for this game. And lastly, I am taking the under 57.5 for the game between Western Kentucky and Jacksonville State. These two teams actually played last weekend, and they both combined for only 36 points. I don't expect this to be a very high scoring game. It's going to be in cold weather, so definitely give me the under for this game. But there you have it. These are my best bets for every single conference championship game.